New tonight, our exclusive conversation with the Westchester District Attorney after a Yonkers man pleaded guilty to committing a violent and vicious hate crime against a Filipina woman this past March.
Yeah, News 12's Jonathan Gordon is in the Ludlow section of Yonkers with the latest. So, Jonathan, what did the DA say?
Well, Westchester District Attorney Mimi Roca says that today's plea deal sends a very powerful message that hate here in Westchester will be fought at every turn. 42-year-old Tamil Esco pleaded guilty Tuesday to assault as a hate crime and will serve 17.5 years in state prison. A hate crime conviction is still rare for prosecutors.
Public safety and people feeling safe is really our number one responsibility.
Esco admitted to approaching an elderly woman as she entered the vestibule of the apartment complex in Yonkers where the two lived. He called her an anti-Asian slur, punched and stomped her more than 100 times, and spit on her.
Anyone who watches the video was just shocked and horrified by it.
The victim survived after being treated for serious injuries, but the incident shook up the Asian community, which was amid an increase in hateful attacks.
This was an incredibly traumatic event for the Asian American community.
Westchester Asian American Advisory Board co-chair David Imamura calls the deal sufficient.
This was such a terrible, terrible incident. To have everything on video was just awful, right? And for us to be in a situation where we can say justice has been served, I think is very valuable.
Esco was initially facing 25 years in prison for attempted murder, but this deal means the victim does not have to go through an emotional testimony. And this was the second major hate crime conviction that Roca's office secured in the last year. There was an Ossining man involved in a hate crime stabbing, got 15 years in that case. Ian?
So, Jonathan, what's next in this case?
Well, Esco is still being held in Westchester County Jail without bail. That's where he's been throughout this entire process since his arrest earlier this year. He is due for sentencing on November 29th. In Yonkers, Jonathan Gordon, News 12.